You think you've seen big. Then, think again. These men didn't just lift weights, they rewrote what it means to be human. Today, we count down the top 10 biggest bodybuilders of all time, the legends who proved that limits only exist for those who accept them. And by the end, you'll know who truly stands as the heaviest, widest, and most unforgettable physiques ever built on this planet. At number 10, the modern-day monster, Nick Walker. Born in New Jersey, he's not just a competitor, he's a phenomenon sculpted for size. In the off-season, he pushes nearly 300 pounds of raw, grainy mass. On stage, he drops to around 260, but somehow looks even bigger, dense, veiny, and brutally conditioned. Nick's nickname says it all, the Mutant. His physique blends 90s level thickness with modern symmetry. At number 9, the artist of muscle, Greene. Born in Brooklyn, New York, he turned bodybuilding into performance art. Known as the Predator, Kai didn't just flex, he told stories with every pose. Off-season, he carried around 300 pounds of twisted steel and controlled chaos. On stage, he shredded down to 265, every line flowing like brushstrokes across marble. His mind-muscle connection was legendary, his control unmatched, his presence magnetic. Fans didn't just see a physique, they witnessed a philosophy. For Kai, bodybuilding wasn't about being the biggest, it was about mastering yourself through the struggle. He proved that muscle can be more than mass, it can be meaning. At number 8, the man who made muscle mainstream, Ferrigno. Born in Brooklyn, New York, he grew up hard of hearing, but never hard of heart. Standing 6'5" tall, Lou was a mountain among men. In the off-season, he weighed around 315 pounds, stepping on stage near 270, carved, confident, and colossal. Competing against Arnold in the 1970s, Lou became the face of the mass era before mass even had a name. His rivalry with Arnold Schwarzenegger in Pumping Iron defined a generation. But beyond the spotlight, Lou carried himself with quiet resilience. From the stage to Hollywood's green paint, he proved that bodybuilding could inspire millions beyond the gym walls. He wasn't just big, he was the first superhero built from pure muscle.
I want to say tonight officially, I have retired from bodybuilding. Thank you very much for making who I am today.
At number 7, the man who dethroned a king, Cutler. Born in Massachusetts, he built his legacy on patience, precision, and pure perseverance. In his prime, Jay packed 305 pounds in the off-season, walking on stage at a shredded 265. His physique was the definition of structure. Wide shoulders, tight waist, and slabs of dense, even muscle. But what made Jay special wasn't just his size, it was his mindset. He came second to Ronnie Coleman again and again, but never broke. He studied his rival, rebuilt himself, and in 2006, he finally took the crown. At number 6, the strongest bodybuilder to ever live, Ronnie Coleman. Born in Louisiana, he wasn't born into fame, he earned it under the weight of 800 pounds. Before the Olympia lights, he was a police officer, working shifts by day and destroying weights by night. No sponsors, no shortcuts, just pure, relentless grind. In his prime, Ronnie weighed 315 pounds off-season, stepping on stage at a jaw-dropping 295, the heaviest, most freakishly conditioned physique ever seen. 800-pound squats, 2,300-pound leg presses, strength that bordered on the mythical. From 1998 to 2005, he ruled the Olympia stage, 8 straight victories. His back looked like an armored wall, his legs like carved granite when he yelled,
"Yeah, buddy! Wait! Yeah! Ooh! Ah!"
It wasn't just a catchphrase, it was a war cry. Ronnie Coleman didn't just lift weights, he lifted the standard for what humans believed possible. But after the king came the freak, a man whose proportions looked too unreal for Earth. At number 5, the man who redefined the word freak, Markus Rühl. Born in Germany, he didn't start out as a mass monster. A knee injury from soccer at 18 forced him into the gym, and that's where destiny found him. Standing 5'10", Markus weighed over 320 pounds in the off-season, stepping on stage around 280, packed with muscle so thick it looked impossible. His shoulders were legendary, round, capped, and freakishly wide. His delts alone could eclipse the light above him. But Markus wasn't chasing perfection. He was chasing chaos. Every rep was war. When you look at men like this, you start to realize something. These weren't just lifters chasing numbers. They were architects of mass, building monuments out of muscle. And if you've ever looked in the mirror and wondered how far you could go, this channel was built for that question. Hit subscribe, because here, we don't just watch legends grow, we study what made them giants. At number 4, the man who proved that intelligence and size can coexist, Nasser El Sonbaty, known as the Professor. Born in Germany to an Egyptian father and Yugoslav mother, Nasser wasn't just a mass monster, he was a scholar of bodybuilding. Fluent in multiple languages, analytical and precise. He studied his body like a science experiment, standing 5'11", weighing over 320 pounds off-season and 280 on stage. His combination of symmetry, thickness, and balance was nearly unmatched. In 1997, he came within inches of defeating the great Ronnie Coleman, and many still believe he should have won. He brought the perfect hybrid of brain and brutality, calculating every rep, every macro, every hour of rest. His nickname wasn't for show, it was who he was. A man dissecting perfection, one set at a time. And while others flexed emotion, Nasser displayed mastery, calm, composed, and utterly dangerous. But for the next man, calculation wasn't enough. He was pure force, carrying the weight of a record the world still remembers. At number 3, the man who turned muscle into a world record, Daniele Seccarecci. Born in Livorno, Italy, in 1980, Daniele became a symbol of European mass and dedication, standing 6 feet tall. His off-season weight reached a staggering 330 pounds, and he still stepped on stage at nearly 285, peeled, full, and granite hard. His sheer size earned him a place in the Guinness World Records as the heaviest competitive bodybuilder ever. He didn't come from fame or fortune. He built everything from raw obsession, transforming every calorie, every rep, into armor. Seccarecci's physique looked impossible. His legacy lives in every athlete who dares to push size beyond reason. But the next competitor didn't just break boundaries, he rewrote the very scale of bodybuilding. At number 2, the modern-day Colossus, Mamdoua Big Ramy El Sonbaty. From humble beginnings as a fisherman in Egypt, Ramy's story is the definition of transformation. He went from hauling nets to hauling iron, from small-town shores to the biggest stage on earth, Mr. Olympia, standing 5'10". with an off-season weight hovering around 340 pounds and a stage weight near 300, he wasn't just big, he was overwhelming. His legs were like carved marble, his lats wide enough to cast shadows over his competition. When he stepped on stage, the crowd didn't cheer. They gasped. In 2020, he shocked the world by dethroning the reigning champion, claiming the Mr. Olympia title. And he didn't stop there, defending it again in 2021, proving that mass, when balanced with structure, becomes art. Big Ramy wasn't just a bodybuilder. He was a symbol of global pride, carrying Egypt's flag to the top of the bodybuilding world. His presence on stage reminded everyone that the new era of giants had begun. But to understand where this pursuit of size truly started, we have to go back to the man whose mass made history, the biggest of them all. At number 1, the man who didn't just redefine big, he made the word obsolete. Greg Kovacs. Born in Niagara Falls, Canada, this 6'4" powerhouse wasn't just another competitor, he was a phenomenon. In his prime, Greg weighed over 420 pounds in the off-season, stepping on stage at a shredded 330 pounds, the heaviest competitive weight ever recorded in professional bodybuilding. His arms stretched the tape at 27 inches, his chest over 70, and his shoulders looked wide enough to hold the horizon. When Greg entered a room, space adjusted around him. He was a living skyscraper, a monument to what the human body could become. Every lift, every breath, was a challenge to biology itself. And even after his passing, his legacy still echoes through every athlete who dares to go beyond possible. These were the giants, the men who reshaped the limits of human size, one rep at a time. From Nick Walker's density, to Ramy's precision, to Greg Kovacs' unearthly mass, they each proved something different, but chased the same idea, evolution through effort. They didn't just build muscle, they built belief that if you push far enough, the impossible starts to move. Because mass isn't measured in pounds, it's measured in purpose. And these men carried enough of it to shake the foundations of bodybuilding forever. So tell us in the comments, who do you think deserves a spot on this list? Subscribe now, because the next story might just remind you why you fell in love with the grind in the first place.